Why? Would it be survivors of sexual abuse? Would it be divorce recovery? Or would it be grief support?
Or say sa nkofo a omubua enipa huro yi mu a omu ehwe asori no so a for omu a I said eyaw eti oda meka no dem die me trauma no sa na meka no wadi dem wona wadi dem no ubeye obia oboa wo ma ya sesi wo mu ye ka ya sesi wo mu atwi no me hu ha wa mesia ya to mo na to ya obi a ya to no monan aha obi nso a ase wagya ware awore gya ni bi wo ho no ma etimi fa nipa ni timu trinwi kura timi tutu eniema bebre ena grief obi a wa hwere obi enti ye ka ne say obi a be ase eye abafie ho ana say odi ya obi fa obi a wawu wo wa free mu ho madam asemini adora
ena na me pese ye dwene mabuno no so ho as a group, because we are a growing church asafo aye nyini and ye nyini so dia na wo say ye ne ye mabuno no eko sa and intina bribia no e wo say ye dwene wo mo so ho. Yes, patch.
And secondly, also marriage issues, because and near maybe what ya worry mua if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so those are some of the things yes, discussing while we are doing the discussions, Nana.
Oh yes, and you're limited to as asafono near beboye. My colleague, because your presentation was sorry, in fact, now our Ejaye was sorry. They felt say that will be that's a group or more better, divorce recovery. And into no share yourself for you more. Near my you feel say you hear more hono. Into yes, and bit to me I one, and you're limited to any of these.
If I show.
Yeah. No, because okay.
I'm saying, me share a yena or say a near ma obit me ye asafono, ye bit me ye naya suppo say wona wo pick here. The obit me a year free. Man say one of them no asafono ye did that. The same with me the bakubia be shemu or grief support in the a idea asafono a year who a juma did that.
Okay.
And take her, you bet me to be before I can.
That's fine.
I'm an 3 year.
That's fine.
That's it.
And yeah. See, you grief now. Are we proposing, say, Sister Dora? Yeah, definitely youth need the constant. And see, yeah, bet to me the yeah, Sister Dora, a proposal, suggestion. Okay, all right, carried. Stabna over Trotra Mayana. But who's our pen? We'll be making it. We'll be making it. As discussions look on, we need. Okay. And see, me pacho, young people, no. Tony, me pacho, one Kwesi, and Rita. I don't know whether Rita is still around. Most young people in my. Young people, you are very important to us, and we want you to be part of this discussion. So you have facilitators to work with you. And whatever you come up with, one of you will come and feedback. This takes me to last time our discussion, we say, as a sorry. Minim feedback de buy, Minim nipana, one more ekodi, one and what was done about it. Nea mempɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ ne sɛ yɛgye information fi young people no hɔ a ne yɛde ahyɛ kokoa mu ne yɛatena so na sɛ ɔmo nhu any change ɛmmoa ɛmma ɔmo ntrust yɛ ɛno nti no I don't know mokae sɛ yɛyɛ discussion bi sei do we know what happened with that information?
And I won't say advice for the church, the parents and everyone.
Until we are assuming say yeah.
Until I see a feedback from Kwalano if it's happening.
And only as some no. Paulina Tresse. Pardon? Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. Now we want to be a working church. Make us have me church say yeah expect BBF mabuno no hona say omo de breya. E was say ye di hujuma. Now omunti me and trust ye. And into no Paulina can say from last discussion no we're assuming say I will for no more yeah and it's about finding out from young people know whether it's happening. But and then many be actually many be actually you know we will want them to give pardon half an hour okay into yes you one group yeah and see Pauline I want secretary man where church okay Sabina patch up mom running yeah but one of them will come and feedback. They'll come and present more discussion. Yeah, okay. Oh, Pauline, now jam yeah, yes, we can get close.
About the kind of sexual abuse and Palani wo and Yamre and Mukakra said the Baya your voice sent from Palani. Eda come to Momra Kakra said the Baya. Into the Edicano, or say a Diana, sorry no, a bit me I diaboa, Oma, Omo, barrier cram, pacha momwame. A coincidia, a didi sway, mmoa wo mo ntimi enya mmoa free baby ekopa mmoa services no nti de edi kan o language culture finances nti kasa said de na wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu no ye mu bebre ye kɔ baby akopa mmoa esan brofo na ne ka no ye den ye ne ayakɔ school ahakra no sometimes no den wan ka ne ye a mmoa no wunya culture baby free ban ye de hu ahye ye mu bebre kwa enti yentimi nkɔnkɔpɛ mmoa ɛna sikasɛm ohia enti ye pie kura ya na yesuro ɔka adɔkɔre yɛn enti yesanso yesuro sɛ yɛkɔka yɛ asɛm na yebebu yɛ nimtia anaasɛ judgment yɛ dan yebeyi yatan ɛna waiting list sɛ de sika no obi wɔ no more da waiting list ten so or pay counseling ewa abontin wonya bi and a lack of access to public funds and services yenim say ye mu bebre kakra bi na we ye mu akrom ha no mo yetime gye benefit no kra no wogi na edu baby a wadwuma a wo ye ni nti no wontime ngi bi and wadwuma na wo ye no so no ska no eba enso nti asafo no de an ye betime di aye abo asa nkofo a omo face saa oha we nyina ya 30 minutes. I'm trying to no.
With language, Chrome had your interpreters, Oko hospital, Oko law courts. Okay, I'll say near Yasaf bit media Ayaboa or more language problem. Fortunately, had your interpreters and Opadia service BI interpreters. Apart from that, so you might be Oko hospital, Oko law court, Oko school, and so open interpreter, or Mutimi arrange be with the language, they are think the church is doing well with interpreting, but in other places there are room for that services too.
And say the you can hear it's about say service, but how could we help someone to access help from outside? And the say as a church, what we will do is to encourage church members to approach the leadership. Who here helper, please don't keep it to yourself. Wahano, if you bet me a camp brofuni be at the amount, so if you say brofuna yo issue, ubia. Ebine sister Henrietta ewo hoya very privy to institutions a hold one ne omo requirements ne ade no ebia okwa kasa obeka no ebe a bit challenge for you because okwa wontimi express you for example oyare wontimi nka brofo yesiko GP ho okwa ede na akoka che GP no bonse wontimi express you ho ye ntino no makeka no ofiri no check no hwe de na dwen ye no no ma ho adru de yawo pa no because I want to bofu no to want me anka enti in this case no hu obi na nipa no enkyere wo de wo kwa wo be de wo tumi express kire no twi mu a obeboa wo ma wo hu ne wo kwa wo beka at least the ubia wo kakra kakra di twitwa ye ho nti emi de ode ka de wo di twitwa wo ho no a na okwa you will be able to get the yes, me that's.
We are no waje. Me so kakra me person maybe science and I make can say if say e be possible on say go outside na ye wo say if union bibia ni ukwa join bi nkwa they will follow you to wherever you want to go. But will it be possible see ebenya ebia ekuo ketu bi wa asori yimu wo mo wo sa nim de no say bia me pe housing and amenya issue na ma ba bia sister Paulina me how ni ana ekuo no nipa say na deal with sa ekuo no say ombetimi edi manim. And so want to be crying personally, at least there will be a note or something that they can do for me to, because I know be and will be feeling comfortable. Say, oh, me will issue, me ba me church or the haba be catch no. But say a group purposely for this kind of issue no. Met me aba be come asemwa. Woman will go ahead and find out moi what's a minya. No ya di abwa sa nipa no a owo sa ha no.
Out, the leadership will do everything to assist you. Even sometimes I did abusano. You need him dear, but Mr. Chame now men solicited with support from Obia or home in India. Now men get it back to you. So
but your main fact a Sister Dora, Obakaya, Emra Omuyi, church ni safeguarding committee no. Your first day I bejna hano, ye who tray say. And yes, I'm Kalani a chichum. Na ye Jumano, a bebre qua, ye womo muyam penny for who Juma, ye womo muyam quala, ye nema bebre qua. Aha, and see ye Juma ye no, ye nim nema bebre, ye nimno, ye wo access to call for, ye timiko bisa, and tiasa free moon on call bebre contact yen. Obua na asemno meka kire me nimba mekwa akobisa amawo enti fiada frame ampa yeye enti e bia na wonima enu nti na safeguarding committee no ho no enti adwuma no ye provide and protect so ahu sa na ma tu no ye boa edan refuge obia ne ho akire na oda abonte safeguarding housing adwuma enti ye ne ye wose ye make sure say nipa no wo ba bi da so ahu enti nti ne ye wo ho enti obia wo hia moafa Abrabon social life who be my school near de ye best signpost. Mrs. Sister yo hey or friend me for information. Me so me kono ho for information. Me timi kire no mo ne ko baby. Ono so e be gibi wo me ho. Me so me ko gibi wo no nti ye wo ho for saade no.
The ananka meka na sister Dora erezi no say ye call other institutions omo nyina omo wo bi a say who are challenging language, they will have someone to represent you. I'll bet me at Naho. Obeka be a mawanasa won't tear a church. And as a church, and Sister Paulina can. You were social workers, who hire, you were nurses, Yamiano, doctor, you were other professionals, a woman. And it's a walk appointment to be now fees appointment and me here a be a nurse in Moa. As a church, we should be available. What catch will be Sister Gifty and Sister Paulina. This day we make appointment way. Now I think say professional me here because me my be muda into I know what I'm talking about. Into no what catch will be na say nipa no available no ne wo kwa eno ye better sense obekwa akotena ho na sani ada Philip kan no asema obeka no ebikura emfa ne awo here because me kai say ye me no our first child appointment bi o ha Christian when he was diagnosed autistic. It was a big challenge. And hey, it got to a point, say, assistance, or be me professional, be a me meeting, so that at least that person can bring it down. But my answer, and these things, a boapa, and but all this, ebe here trust. Because say be asam no I am a personal life. Many will kwe, me ba no na masam obiate. I won't come to you. I want to keep it a secret. And to be able to approach someone and say, no, come appointment. I was said that person needs to have a trust in you. And as a church, say a bit to me about individuals, I almost call how more. The trust is very important. It should be there, and it needs to be there.
Said this is the language you speak. In fact, we're listening to a tree. Yes, they will get you someone obey interpret the amount. Don't be afraid to ask. They will make provision for you. If they have to reschedule the appointment, they will do that.
Yeah, it's very true. No say now say here no person what say no about language. I catch who book appointment. I catch will struggle in whatever language. They should make provision for you, and they should. It's very because I said your last born no now. One of the immunization, I told them, said, we won't take it. We won't substitute for that. And then I said that they don't have, or I said, I can wait till you provide, and you should provide, and they provided it. And it's all about, you're right, any demand, you provide,
you for no view, into mommy and in term, me pacho before I become next one. One say, nay, you know, children, I the train or training is about church, a quiet befasu yebeboa, and one wow to her. Now, so make I and say, Sika need system nimu. And to interpreters, and was also mupemau. Oh, unya. And to so rely on no say, oh, where that they may come out some children will be a better. Sister Paulina will be a better. Sister Dora say, and to one ma, who could dear non quenchia, waiting listener down, no bequa could do so. Into mommy and you sue the resources within us. Young put to trust. Mamum tia dear and cofork and cofork cansem. A biwa would one can't ask him, but wako can't also. Mamma my young fair no ninety and can't ye more wohono and she. Yan mom paye na yan do ye who yan been bear who do be so we aka say no. Nina no yan fan tour 1 ton we yaria wunya de anu adru. That's
and Kadrumi Somna, my route to attend the 8 we are. Sister Ellen, but you
I build the trust. Now, some may come as a Mitchell. Now, who you be doing come out. As some now work actually the background. Now, will be acting what worry as a chronic a crab watching. A better than I saw it. Will be how bit me about. Who told me Yari and a man, Yaranos, Memphis will be a better. Maybe I'm a better hour and answer say, we will have. Now, I get a channel, and I say, me to know a spread them will be at it. A better than near me, can say, as a for no, Yamayan ring you do. Yamayan from and penny force back higher so. Yamayan ring you do. Yes, and Yana was there. Oh, can walk. Ain't it Chinaman and a mattress too? Ain't it Yamayan, you say, Yabakasu, you're trusting to me. Mummy and build, Mummy and I, Cassana, win here. So that Obi do how by what confidence. Oh, Sister Harriet, I remember on Chandy. And go back here. And that's the last point. And Miss Srepa say you see us a bit keep and crow for how.
Me pacho mi tree no shadanye to me so me ka word bi na mo fancha me the person me can say banya mi muache. It's about time and we need to grow spiritually. And ya feel na ye beta say I can't trust you, I cannot voice out me pacho sa asem no me ni me yawo me to aso no matesa me gusote. I mean, we are looking up to Mumpenifo. No? It is if you keep repeating it every now and then, how do we, the young ones, expect to trust you? Miss Remo, it's about time we need to stop that. You're shutting it down. Again, you're professionals. Who say you're professionals. Now you have a patient. You don't go and disclose it. So please, me pamucho. Confidentiality, yemfa ma so winim. O koka wasem chop a professional. Man kasa so winti. What is our koka? You have the right to report. Me pamucho. Yemfa confidentiality enye ejuma because we are all professionals. We don't do that at work. We shouldn't do it in church. Thank you.
Aye, nanka said rumeson so me sade.
But Mamenka Kitue being ho. And I was thinking, say, Ebia or Baba catcher individual as a professional. The probability say be any panabako catch will be no high. But Senkamu for me group all the professionals Samoa has a margin who say be nurses, doctors, teachers, social workers, say be a more association. Association. So be here more be on himself a group way. Most of my said confidentiality. Oh, you don't disclose things and go for a kind of say a group.
You need to let the person know say you're going to disclose it so they know. Because
that is it.
That's it. No, disclosing as in to your colleague in the profession because that's a work. That's what you
me feel say be a more group. It will help as like a be approach individuals. No, so what I say. No, likely say be only na dan be din komo be obebasa as a group no waba through the group and no ba seek help into no say no like they said the sister confidentiality na high e wo hono nti bia that you won't be disclosed.
I think whether it's a group or not a group, confidentiality still has to remain. We have our elders. You can go to the elder will signpost. Simple, that's my opinion.
In fact, Chofi there. Meet me akasa.
If I share more talks apart from social workers, no, professionals never have no more talks. So now, Matt say accountants were ha. Obeti me a church nioma. Obeti me a church how I mobeti me access here. Ye be a more tax. There are so many loopholes. So what I say to get access to finance like ain't it? 80
like a lot of teachers.
Yeah, there are teachers. Yeah, so many a year. And confirm me disclose your mamo. It's more
Me pam chow. I drew me so. Dear mo nyina mo kan ni nyina no to me a theory. Misremo muma yenye no practical. Me kan asem baako. E me de say Ernest wo ha. Ye say nyame adoma sorry we. Almost say you will be bia bi wom. Esi pen obi yare oto nani ensi ba bia. Me frɛ Ernest ya osiminie. Chere say next time no said ye me oje so no. So obi foforo ha metimi afrɛ no. Enti sɛ ye man ye ho kwan so. Fi say ye kan ebia easy say obi approach Sister Paulina but ebia obi wo ho a sabi say o si ye nanim ne say o si ye ne normal no. Untimi nkɔ ne nkyɛn. Enti mom ye nye open na de ye kan nyina so ye di o se enka obia eye open ama obia timi aba no ho a men fa say ye nyina eda flip men fa say ye nyina ono na ewo ewiase bibia but ade bi ohia me yes sana ti o enti de ye kan nyina ye die enti se nka obia eye open aye ready so obeboa sorry we emre me kan obi say enya no kore senka ye from the anka one of the best church in the world say the shas here no more mom yen kai say the shas here no enti mesrɛ mo a moma yɛn ma practical no ɛnyɛ adwuma paa.
I think say ye can say ye culture no ya mamre no esisi ye ho kwan say ye pemwa na say ye kan yasem kire obi. But I think say it's about weighing the options. No, amamre no say wo pemwa. I mean, which one carries more weight? Say wo pemwa no. I know say you can't just snap out of bibia aye part of you, but we need to be patcho.
Zoom for Obi say what I say Zoom from Zoom.
Arrogance, any shyness, but you mean shady be you so. Obi who are proud to the extent say all by me hokra beji ade no. Oma. And obi also are very empty. And also so oma. These two things can prevent you to get access to public, even within the church.
Hello again and welcome back to the channel. On this
opportunities be benefits be a obey entitled. Ntimo man hwe sani mana sa your culture stigma na sister ka ho asem no. Ayade ehia paa sani ma me nu am board due to your culture no. And this sani ma me nu we ba. Arrogance and shyness. Oh, we better say me beji ska wo ho. We better say we kwa ka kire obi. Nti me hia mo akra na me fere say me ba be ka kire. Nti mo man hwe ni saa ne mo ne nyina mfro na yetumi anya access within ourselves. And na say aboy ho.
Atoni me kan say me fa yon koyaji but ye ka ye nya wo mugidie. Ye ankoso so etoda e say ye di yehudi. Ebi a makoka masem a kire bia siselizi. Me hia mo abi. Na me akona masan so akoka kire sisele. Won, it is a me kwati wo baby. Ono so tukodi nkomo baby. Na madwe me say siselizi na akoka. So ebia na me ni di nkomo. Na me ka kire siselizi kura cha ache. Won, enti ye ankasa so toda ye be company fo ne ho no. Ye hu kwan a ye be fa ye be ka ye nsem na fa. Na wokwati wo wokobo asoro pani amane. Wasa akobo treasure amane. Na treasure no koka wo say treasure no koka. Ebia wa na oka kire treasure no. Wow, Sadia no ye woni pa ye ho pa me kan ye no o se mentwen ye so ye nya abotre se de ye de ye bisa de atu nyame anim a ye nya abotre de ye bisa de so koto obi anim a ye se nya abotre nya gidie se ye nkoka nkire obi a na me koka ye kra bisa na wo se me ba ye ni otwen ho wow ti na fe aye me ana makoka so na me amesa ekoblebo asore pani na se treasure ni se ono no makoka aso bia na me ana me ko ni obi fufuro ekodi ho nkomo.
Second, I did here pay ye. Unim, a big one on go country you during the forum like this. No, using the personal experience. Or can only canon and cover no a code deep. Obitia, people can assume, baby, I would do you one fan cajon on one the back of one mouth. No, I can't baby. Tia, was say, Master Mecano, there be refi. Yeah, you know, Bible studies the now can and will be a picky move.
Prayer.
Didn't come on. Tinina was say, yes, shed Sadiman also.
Me pamochel ya chewe no ho ye wo 30 minutes into I see you moving on to the next one with the Mr. Ma onkasa bon pacho sekasa.
Okay, confidentiality na me person de kitwe bi soso roof can be se obi abeka asama kiro na opese wo use you a afsa wo ge consent free nipa no ho se ye call come meeting I was Amsterdam na pastor bi be preachy o se oba bi be kan asem osun ya no se asem we die me pe aha no kitwe just first line yi pe na me dia ya futu ama asafo no wo ye okay o se sofo ba me mo medin ubetimi dia ye afutu ama asafo no se de be ya obi a be hwe ne ho yie na okoyusu na boy pastor ni nya course bebre se adisem we ya wo kan ye aboa me se wanji consent na okoka girl be me sorry me sorry be mo kakra o frame me na osu ɔsɛ wonim sɛ mekɔka m'asɛm kyerɛ elder wei no elder no m'asɛm no na ɔde yɛ preaching no wogye consent free no hɔ ɛna wobɛka yaa asɛm no siiɛ no nnipa bi asɛ ne okunu ntɔkwa nnipa bi baa mu kakra nti yɛden a nnipa bi nim nnipa kakra bi nim ɛna asɛ wɔbɛhu as elder sɛ wobɛ comfort no wobɛkyerɛkyerɛ no ama watimi afei na ne trust ɛwɔ asɔre no mu nyinaa ɛkɔ fam nti wonim asɛm a wɔka kyerɛ me ɔsɛ Ernest sɛ deɛ mayɛ m'adwene ne sɛ mekɔsiki professional advice sɛbe sɛ menyɛ sika ntua a me tight oh yes ɔde tight ɛbɛ akɔsiki professional advice so obɛtumi keep in the family because of wo no wano a ɛyɛ toro nti anaasɛ yɛmfa nyaawɔ na wode kɔ no ahun sɛ ato ɔno no suntidua ato ne suntidua kɛseɛ sɛ yɛanyɛ very careful a one elder bi nso so be make comment bi na o introduce couples bi ɔse yɛde nyame ase sɛ moanya 10 years moaware moanya 10 years na asafo yi yɛnte mo aware sɛ mu da nti na asafo no bi tete wei yɛ asɛm nti mo a yɛn a mo ate yɛaware mu nsɛm no kyɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ nipa anaa ɔhun sɛ nea ɔpraising no sɛ ɔnte na aware mu nsɛm no na aware no agu but deɛ ɔte na aware mu asɛm no ɔno ahyɛ no ho den ama na aware no te ase sɛ wahu nti sɛ yɛyɛ leaders ne ade no yɛba bi gyina ha bɛka bi atumi nya nsunsuasoɔ ɛwɔ bi so nti yɛnyɛ very careful that's it
mepamokyɛw aka yɛ 30 minutes pɛ yɛde bɛ free ha meboa yɛde bɛ park ha no mu a yɛbɛyɛ biribiara sɛ yɛdi yɛnwie wei no nso
financial no na mpɛ sɛ mebisa sɛ asafo yi mu sɛ obi hia mmoa ɛhe na ɛwɔ sɛ ɔkɔ anaasɛ mo ana motena sitimi ho sɛ ebia nipa yi ne ho kyerɛ ne ɛma ne bia anaasɛ ohia mmoa ebia wɔ sɛ ɔkɔ ha ɛna criteria bɛn so na yɛde boa ne ko mekɔkye na emienu because no kwasɛm ne sɛ ebi asi ɛma mɛbisa pɛn but awerɛhosɛm ne sɛ yɛka kyerɛ me sɛ I don't qualify sɛ obi a ne ho kyerɛ o da bi enti mekyerɛ mo mpɛ sɛ mo clarify hɔ ma me sɛ wei
mebacho hwan na ka kyerɛ sɛ wɔn qualify no confidentiality wobɛgye consent asafo no mu yɛwɔ welfare department and the responsibility of welfare is to look after the welfare of the church members. And to any challenges regarding finance, when you see welfare, any asafo no mpanyin for any treasury be di ho nkomo na se sika ho help na wo hia ye betu saa anamon ye nhwɛ sɛ sika betumi amwakɔ ye bibia ɛde anim guase bɛbrɛ wo ne wabusua ne asafo no na church scad account no yɛ sɛ yɛ 100,000 aho nhyɛ nyame ne munyam enti ya na mota nso te sɛ ye promote hardship ti nyame nso so ehyira wa saa port no yɛ hardship port no we you tight no offering na wakai saa port no nso because honso you tap into it to help the church members more yentimi mobodin wa ha many has benefited from this hardship fund nkofo benefit pa omani agye say ye wo bibi say wa asafo no mu wo de no o de ebedi hu nkomo
Unti said the yen na ya church mono, opinion ne pesi a movie on to the next one. No. It's and say yakeka and yema asafoni ye bebe ben ye home safeguarding for ho. Safeguarding no nye nipa ba kopene wom ye dɔɔso ye papa nyame ka ho. Enti so feel say ebia ema no na wo mpɛ wo ha wokɔ mema no ho a ye papa nyame wo ho edes wo ho wokɔ edaba afi ho a edaba afi be signpost you the right place no obekɔ akɔgye mmoa no ɔde be ma wo enti moma yɛn bemben ye ho na yɛn gyegye mmoa mfiri ye ho esan sɛ ye ho a na ye be prepare ye ho a nso na ye be sensan ye ho eyare me da ase enti ye to aso no the next one no. I think say ye boss kakra. Say waiting list no e wapa system no. Say ye Chrome has system no. Ye sika nim. De me mehu kakra no sika nim. Ye wo nipa over be 3,000 to 4,000 e da housing so a omo twɛn. Ama ye movie omo. Ye wo families bebree a omo temporary accommodation. Omo ye priority omo da first band enti wo wuti 2 bed mo we do mba 4 na oba me ho beka se boa me na me nko change to band ebia priority ochna menya housing a meka no kware wo ma kyerɛw se wunye den wunye bi ye won kofo ma movie afri baby aba hanomos because of feel say swinding de me kwa meye den menya dan a nationwide problem. Omugu so kati sika no ye kati no each and every day sika ni ho abani ni sika nti waiting list na ye long too ba baby a ye nima ye betimi aboa wo de wakɔ no kɔ de fa ho it goes back to the year kana mama yen keka yen sem no ukɔ dada nyame ho a obɛkyerɛw ko obi ho no nka nkyerɛw minnim boa me minnim ka kyerɛ me mama yen tie de nkɔfo ka I can't talk much me pacho Brennest.
Emre so obi ho kyerɛ no to the level say na home office say okreti emergency platform bi and was stress say it's remo say nipa na enye sika no within this week ya de ne kofi nti sorry no obia bomodin tua at least £100 to save that person. I think say friend is saying trust fund no ABS car ya de be ma no esa entimi many pa no ontimi fanye nti se obi kwa ho kyerem na ye too much I say nipa kro no also di ntiko wuraje mu a kakra so hu na me kyerɛ ya boaboa ye
ho ampa eno ano waka ne mmoa no wo ho ebi mu wo ho mu hia mmoa wutietie o mu nsɛm a wo nkonkɔgye mmoa no suma ho na kɔgye mmoa ne mmoa no wo ho ye damase enti ye movie on no the next question o pese ye dwene ho no efa kwan a group ye or say if you were to pick one of these support group to run as a church community ministry for traumatized people, which would it be and why? Enti nieman Brother Sam, pacho betime de yako next one also. And nieman na wabobo no.
Last slide.
Enti nieman no survivors of sexual abuse nkwalani ni ha nti ne yebetimi aboso ye. And divorce recovery and grief support. There he na yentu so na yenka ho asem. Sisia. Aware semono. Okay. And they fa your time na kase. And ye started with survivors of sexual abuse, until your group ye picky no near running as a group support. Until mwa ben ye debe boa survivors, obia sexual ya sese ya tuno mona and mona tuano ye buy your culture imuni ye chirichiri ma eden because okunu timi to yere emona. Eye no kware papa timi to eba emona. Maami timi to ne baba ema ana ne baba mona. Ubebisa mse ye no kware esi pa asori ni mewom Anuafoɔ etimi toto omo ho mona. Enti so obi ba ye ho na obeka kire say ya to no mona. As a group na say yes ya agi atum say ye be run sa group no. Emoa ben ne ye de beboa no. Wote ade edi kan den na wo beye. Also so wechi. I'm sorry that mo no wa bow wechi. Ni nyina nti so obi ye me saa na se me ba me be ka kire group na e de mo na mo de beboa me.
I think it's one of those areas that it's not discussed in the church. We pretend as if it's not happening, but it is happening. And for that reason, people who are experiencing it are actually even struggling to open up. And I think the first question should be, how can we create a platform where people can open up and express what they've been through before the help comes in?
Oh, mommy, and daddy. Nipa sumesi, me nijina ho no abo me to. No aso me no for. Was so mu rough. Sometimes as a Christian, oh fio okra ya kra boni, opekasa dodo. Ebi kra oh oni udi agro, men fan serious. No. Nkakra sa to get to a point akra no o meka bio. Not or the ashano ho, and then ebe koswa we don't know how it's going to end. And as a parent, asembia oba be ka kire wo no, I was say we follow up. So won't tia sia, nyame adom se na kan ye wo qualified. Your qualified professionals say we mu. Obehu nurses, social workers, and everyone. Just talk to a person. Oh, me here will guidance. Me ba aka say asem say kire me. Osusu say me nye ne day. You follow up. Menye oh ya kra boni okra pe kasa dodo. No wakati no off. Na ayende wo hono mo a emwaye.
Enti no ye be dan ye de wra sorry dem ha because akola no de be free efia be wra sorry dem ha. Obeka kire obi.
Mr. Barnabas does. This situation be like this, you know. Church and your home and family departments. And so ewo sa akola bi anase wa mpo na sade na atoa. You said the right quarters here the between the acquire home and family department here. O metimi afre nipa no. Na se wa akwa na de koya nipa wo ye wo sa no. Sa committee no ene ntenase. Na kasa bia esefata no. Ye emfa emma no. Se ne be ya on to so enye sa ene bone no. Oh, asafo no mu ebium na ankoto obi sintidua. Nti pa so.
I think when it comes to sexual abuse, I've heard stories where we make it a board issue rather than a police issue. Sexual abuse is sexual abuse. To me, it has nothing necessarily to do with the board and discuss, because I've been in a year, my witnesses are there. When Obia Oya in a position is abusing a child, we make it a church issue. It's a police issue. Yeah, you report it to the police.
The entire as a mede church family department in the Bermuno, because we are now dealing with as a church. Jesus said, "I move be out. I say, be to for the right appropriate quarters here. If you are coming from a church, coming in maybe I'm the beko. But yes, here as a church, you know, until I may refer home department as a right."
Maybe to we senior. In fact, it will be sad. See, a wasafumuna be at all. I went to me and can church elder be no free police on the person. At least, we have to act even on your behalf. And this is what have been coming said. There has been a failure, many occasions, where report has reached out to the leadership and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They put it under the carpet.
Yeah.
Because they think say you can report to a good church anymore. So then we push it under the carpet. But here is the case, as you say, well done, you do money. What do we check carpet no crown shaho or be piaba? And you know the appropriate channel must be followed. Yamfa matters no. The reason behind this home and family is to look at all the home and family affairs. And it is their duty, plus, now say you're safeguarding account. They have to work in collaboration. Now, among elder or pastor or this is the situation. If we have to escalate it to the police station, then we have to take the appropriate measures. Because as Simbi Honoma, Yanko, Abia, Obano, Obaye will say, Papa, A be abometo. Ofa phone, no afraid. Wafre police. Police bar was say, Wabonoto. Papa knows what month. There's going to be a whole lot of investigations. Sometimes we may think some crowd so they don't lie. Sometimes they also can lie. And there are things we need to look into. Also, Wabonoto. A crowd also Omonoto. You know what's Nasi? Masa. Ebi ade na wo ye na wadwen ye wo se enye no eye okay no krom ha de wo ye sa enye okay me se obi ka se awo parents kra ba kutimi repi ba ko bi se oh aha se ne enye ni measures no se me de me inappropriately me touch wa ma abuse you at workplace you can report me and I'll get fired. The same must happen in church.
Adam Pacho, main share baby our kind, the old kind in and the woman band a safeguarding, you know. The old casa colano correporting a papa mawa, I was someone in a cotton ass and out to papa no for no. A colano will free while, which are dear and a papa ne de baya colano.
Me can't say I can't be reporting a papa and I won't go straight to police. I mean, you have to let the person know what has happened.
And to wish I woo ni wa or ni coffee and a papa near colano with fear den or the baya colano, wa ba church one, wa begun any mass or church. Well, a seminal, who ye, excuse me to say, when ye professional, who be to me at the fedefa colane and ya seminal. Yene social workers, ye will quire your fast training ye, won't be said direct question. Unco car seminal, into ye will quire sometimes, you know. Yenim kwalani to me ye juma 6 months. Undo stage na ye jano. Ujana wo why ye sanso ye kofaba. No asako ye investigation, you know, until say akwalano will be consistent in a language. Aya ye kasem kwala chantro ye nim kwala di ntro pa. Entro no odi no. Akwala kan asemo na ye ntro. Bisana 3 times at 3 different places. Obe ne ntro ne be daddy. Until you visiting kwala with your school, ni take you to McDonald's, to park, to somewhere, or to make a munam nene bonko mokeke. If you to say ni diagro ye draw, and some no waka yen throwing you could see. So woka some chirakwala, ne language no could tell me. Minima kwala wedi 7, as sama waka language you use no a different from the ube use. Until a honor dear under safeguarding no woka chirene uko tu papa for as a church elder. Now we are catching saying ye build the Akolana Kenya. We need quite a so abe investigate say no quarry.
Until you was safeguarding also away more.
A honor was so differ.
That is it. Until at the normal circumstance, we have become BBC actually. I can't say between me and Pastor Pay. We need to, in fact, incidents has happened even within our church, which went straight to safeguarding. And then the safeguarding has to report to us, and then we deal with it accordingly. See, this is where I was trying to draw our attention to. Yes, okay, and I know for telephone. Krum Heidi 999. Krum 999 police. Yeah, someone police about. Say it won't be nice. But if that is the last resort to protect you, there, we will definitely do that.
Sadora.
was said, may we come and Qualano. I was say, you're educating Qualano in a way, say, one. On say, penny be bet or the son, near any bay and Quala. Or the kind the whom be sharp Qualanimu.
Yeah.
And Sana was Tatia Yenia obey. Until I was say, my man only and none no tia CSA. One. Obia ni ho betimi aye bibia ebe high na ebe gye ye free wo mo nsem enti se wo kwa abonte ade we ni ade we ni ade we ni ade we eni kwan se obi hu me baba ya we se wo ho no wo yare so na se no complain ko be se na ye me ye na ya me ko GP ye ma me doctor wo ye bema wo se wo ye bema oni kwan so wo hwe ni private area eti o ma ye ko pe wo ba e bai ana me no oba ni gina ho and or ye and yes or ye. So until I was say educating Qualana more who say touch be or why you can see a touch. And I said, baby, I was here touching or yet touch. Yeah, this kind of people no is allowed to do this because it's helping you. Not your more monty as here. Say and you can say to depend the who nation in Mukrana or you're confident enough, say, or Baba catch your mama and answer that. Ni pass mercy me say but was say me can obey say I was say educating Qualano yi sa ehunu na e mo wo hunu say no matter what we will protect them and we will guide them eti bibia e be koso wo mo abrabom say school mu abonten asori wherever no or you're confident enough to come and report it. Thank you.
Into education now, the man Obano refuse doctor no. Is it good? But you be Hanaka Kremu.
Edam Pachawo, Akayen, ye were 348, ye time or no ye 4. Question no answer ye divert ye free who. Or so quite ben ye group no. Ye be bois 1 hour ye day. Why wo be back ye day. Atre no. Wahu mamu ma ye.
Yo.
E kwa asasafo.
Yo. Me so me kan akra fa ho say abra akra bi ana say ye barber report bi amayen so obi asesi na so obi abuse no. First of all no o say ore asho akra no say na esi ye no o bedi ho dwuma na ensi biem no ahwe say akra no ade na o kan ye na place won krombo say papa na ye ya ye ma papa na ntina fie ho ana say ye be report to ama safeguarding team no. We need to talk akra no into confidence. Say bibi ebe sibia titiri yema se ene yema tifia to da ye tiat ye ba no kro ba free school ba no kan asem che me ankasa me baba o kasa pa to da o kasa pa ndi to da o comes efia is too much bibi obehu bi obeka but ya yenya breman kra no mo na o kan no ne bi asisi a obi di aye no no obetimi apɛ mu aka no ɔka so awɔse yɛ reassure ne agina akra n'akyi ne nka sɛ we yɛ akra bɔ ne firi okɔ okay
me pamcha sɛ yɛ akɔnkwala no nko a wo empanyifo no nso a yɛ abuse o mu no mu nso o mu ba bɛka saa den aha ɛyɛ sexual ne yɛ ka ho asɛm no empanyifo na yɛ sexually abuse o
yɛ wɔ Ghana no papa etimi ehwɛ ne baba ba dia koso okrom ha no amahu kra wo se wankasa baba po se bia wobetimi adware no mpo muma yɛnhwɛ bibi wa ha asɛm bi si asɔre bi mu wɔ ho ne kosi ye ne se bema no ɔmo ba asɔre ɔmo wo ma nko a ɔmo ba asɔre a bema no no ɔfa wei no ɔkɔkyɛngye no ho no do we fa ha na asɔre bema di wo hwɛ ne ma papa yi die say na papa fifi nkora no no ane ma no o asempa na me ka kire no Pastor Daddy asem ko through Pastor Daddy and Pastor Daddy si we die I was say me ma a friend say appropriate authority asote I was say me ma appropriate authority asote because it's too much wanya de and oba mane and social services for be far papa no every fear ho for some time we investigations the bayan say I was say the papa no go to prison e be sine or so that prison Enti na say no social service for yi ma me mbisa mo question o ye ma ho immediately me wo oba ni bidie ah o say oye na ja say ade say omubra na mu dware o ma ya
Pacho, Mr. Media mechanic say, as a rare for victims, no. I was say you put measures in place, say you better cancel or move back to their normal self. Sometimes a bit member say you better go through all these investigations in your maniama, you say asampa na neda ho na obre na after case no na yeshwe. So we should make sure say there are avenues in place ebema victims and say sorry counseling ina anti-koko kan no and now say mo beko out kra na ya pe. We should always make sure say ye be pe obi ne professional ni omo akasa, a psychologist and a psychiatrist, anyone to talk to them, because enye easy we will follow through. Ye nipa ne koto prison na say nipa na adena ye no ya anya ne hwe ya nye hwe ebe ha no throughout. And then I think say attention they call in penimfo a omo hankra. You want crass or almost abuse adankra. I've seen a lot of examples. I used to be crowd yembeshu. I can't know nima the crowd ye, but because of niyama we hum, enti ya dia nunti also the be ye another akra. Even in the Adventist church, is see. I know say Ghana issue is different from Hadi, but I know say has to escalating more than Ghana. Ghana they be kata so anyway, but I think say it's high time I who say most of the issues no say na Peter Ekie kano. Enye ni nyina na ye we die kakra binti yen kan wa ha se na elder. We have to always escalate because ye kan wa ha it will continue to be here. But omo hu say uye we na say ye ya na escalate na ekọ say ye be ma warning kwa police e be deter a lot of people emo nye sa na ema no. Nti e was say even though e be do aso mpanimfo ni mu fine obe a obe mani pa na anyway. Mon can't safeguarding for say was escalate escalate. Esa na ema nipa no aye too relaxed because on him say they are oh ye be kan na ye jai.
Eno an see wo church nim no. Eno an see wo church him say ye ne aye hwe man or the say Donald. Aha. Police cobalt church na manie. The police informed the church on many occasions. But church net na so. E si wa asafunim me ankasa menim asori panyina or under police investigation for sade no. And so still our church ni mu edi dwuma e koso.
Yaka fankwara no mpanimfo nso wo hopa sa abuse na mo kan sexual abuse mpanimfo no wo ho na yire no so papa na de me ho mfa me hey what's that yeah waba oh asa parameka oba timi so mama we suansa me o suansa me o. Yes. And there yes, oh, and then dear papa. That's how I make a monster, you know. And the hour Jaya reading pa as some way. That be and I say, no so can say. Well, now as I make any the bed is one so babo. Bobo and his sooner, no any sooner to teacher. And in some hours, and I'm sorry for one I'm saying on the mehuno. And you know, yeah, come with any year, a mamma, a todd I'm one some no, or you know who I only do in password which so I don't know, I want no quanutum. I don't know, or brewa. Yes, I'm moving on, or brancas a biwaha. And my no bread. Obi wa ni kru so sa ya kwadwofo kra nya se bia o aba wadi ka aba kra no obe ye bibi na aba be fa bia di so ati ase enti no ni nyina ka bomo no na nipa no wa bre enti sa asumbo ne ade no munyai sa ne ma no because agu obi aware a minim woni na wonan aware na agu ya sa ko kan na nka obesa abo wa kan ho so ahu
Ewazi yemo, and yes for the front, when you're very careful. You can't answer me the agron, when you're careful. Because we'll be a yana or ya report, I bet you, I had to say, Anna Honor.
Dear, who can make a saying happy no? As sino, or Barney Ferris or Babbe catch will be so issue no. On himself, a good family anymore. Near bono until say, a bit do the point say divorce on day, and yaba. And on one way, as a phone penny for bet, no more can be your barn because said that. And to your best say, ye young penny for you know. Say, as statia, you need to speak to someone. Pe will be our trust no. I was for them. Say, so for cry, or the name Kasa. Pe elder be home and family leaders, director, opinion, mayor, will be a or anymore in Yama. Abrabono, what could be more saying, yeah, which me may experience. Mama Betanechi. Please reach out to them and they will help you out. If they have to refer you to Safeguarding, they will do so to help you. Send a bear. Sani Managina. Safeguarding the baby, yeah, Bamo.
Fire or they are 7 or no. But in your part, they are going to mess with me, and any. When you're very careful.
Yeah, that's the pa. Emreno, Pacho. I got 2 minutes now, but 4. But also your time near 4. I got 2 minutes now, but 4. Obi will be all the back and quiet befaswa. Say, Mama boy, or the account wari jaye ne sani money na. The obi etiti until is onka say be can be. But also cry microphone to can be near fine chatto. Eda man till is in Canada anyway.
Mr. Lizzie, uni bibiaka. Yo, dear, na mama aircane so. If I'm chow, a to dance so. Say free Bermano, say free Obano. Obi betimia ye ni yere anani kruni ye bi ashene ni ya sa. Enti, bedru baby no. Na fe adane ase bibia. Ase onwene ho no wo ye. Yaw na hye no mu a mehu word ya me use trauma no ana sister ka no ntia fe de beba eye either say me mfa me ho emma wo ana se ono na e provide a chese wo hu se na fe wa ma fie no nyina se ama account kwada ne nyina eno nti sa enoma no so hya ase a em se no so nyina ese ye de ebremo fi se yawo binum pa bedru ba bi no ahwe yi no ekum kra nyina to me bam wo so no obi ekum obi na wakum no ho e hya ase free ba bi pa na yawo afi de akodru ho
sir why do 1 hour my and 15 minutes mama 15 minutes.
Aka bia ma mema na ma no so muntie obi atimi atwene kunu mu 4 years 4 years 4 hours onu kunu na ekunu no nkwa bontere nkofa mpena wo mo hu na kura twe da eze for maya na sa mo hu ba bia ya twe kura enka sabre wo don saguti wonu obi ba be mate obo akonhuma oye bibia oye wosime de me no na woka so no kunu na de akira ne sa wo mpena outside ho because wo nim pena nka 4 years no wontimi nsfa bu obi basa ana say bibi wa no ho a afa de wo mpa ne bi ewu a ka kire no sa asomasi me ba no na to say me kunu go wa ko what you say to say but I no changes bi aba ho mempe ka kire nipa no wo jan no kwa a o ya no so benya kunu chance empie nan wo se wo no kunu na o dress ya na mo dress na mo Mo tresi mo ho kire wonum na mo yasa wo se no na for 4 years. Ada na yasa wo yasa. Enti me sra mo e ma no mo nso mo ntie pa. Because a man no mo nso mo abuse mema. A man no eze for my mo nyina na me ka kire mo.
Say until Lizzie na twa to ye time na so na speaker no wa summarize bibia na ye ko. Eda ne wa kasa bebre ti ma until Lizzie nka bi.
Yo. Mr. Paul na me da wase. Mesra bisa se abamu animu pay eda. Abamu animu pay eda se esa nsem kola yi ya ye dwanko bia ma wo mu. Se bibi ankoyi a wo mu ndwane mra ha no. Abamu animu pay se e bia e wo se de nkola ne ye no. Esa dwanko bia wo mu wonti. Ya wo mu nye mu won hihye ma saa emofra yi sane ye be ya ombetena fie na de wo se wo mu ye no wo mu aye wo fie na wo mu anwane se isan se ya ye refuge ama wo mu nti na kire se wo mu sori gina ene awofo no epreso wahu na de se wo mu ye no wo mu nye
asode nkwala no behavior problems no no onene ma me kune ade no
mo bi di ma wo mo so sa
se obaya asode wo fia the first place you go no school na woko no se nkwala ya kwala wa start school a wa
pacho misra wo enya ye parent ne ye ntumi ntu wo mo fo mi bisa se omo ba mo ho a mu wo hihye bi di ma wo mo se
oh yes ye wo enkophobia omo ni ye na ye adwuma ye wo family support workers say ye wo aban no currently ya after covid no wa creative funding been to konkwala e wo Penhill a ye ne ni Penhill wa ha ni fo na ni Penhill ne areas a aban ne feel sem kwala bone wo ho pa no wa creative funding bia ma omu wo ho no ma schools need to me refer wo mu nti se wan koka wo ba na sem wo fie na wo katakata so a e bia wo ko school a wo ye angel so ahu ba wo ba fie dia o ha adwene nti san kwala ne nyina no ye wo activities be to see ebi mu koye art ebi mu koye sports ye chiro mu behaviors into okwa through the art ne wo one-to-one support worker efie nsem ne asodin wo ye no otu no fo
okay ma chome da say youth no mpo asem na maker youth no
secondary school the same there was so many support
parent support workers within the schools.
Yeah, well, I prove it. Minim so what dia yeah, best mentoring what I prove it. Into 1-to-1 or kono akofa no was secondary. No de na pie. Wakodi agra no de no. Ni main aim when say on chira kola ne say behaviors na enye den enye. Enkola bone no nye enkwan efie na wo. Omu doso akola bia wuja na anti aban ne was aden no anka. Unya samu.
Me da se me ka sexual one kakra na fe fancy. Sexual abuse no. We die ye besre we ni nyina start free adwene mu. Ya adwene mu problem. Enti ye ni a ye be ye adwuma o mofra mu nti ne ye DBS checks no. Obi biara wo be ye adwuma o nkola mu wa asafo yi mu ye besre se ye o DBS checks na. Me mane how yenye ena afe nso ye ne ye ma no nkesa nkora ne bi wo ho anokre minim stand ye moka English no seduce said ye wahu wono akola no de obayi ye ne ho sa wahu seduction wahu di akola no obayi ye ne ho de a kire papa penimu bi o twetwe adwene de ba ne ho so
ene ma o mo hwe de obi di aye no enkoma a omu di omu ni omu hia enti na we ye owofo a efie bibia wo ba hwe bia no ma wani nya dan enko ho menja no se what TV so ye de ye phone so man kofo men wo sende video a eye bone a wo de phone so a me delete because me ni pay me te ho na ni tua me phone so ani enti so hu ade ma na phone controls wo ba bia enti ye ma adwuma na den ye ma ye ni nko ho because ane ma ni nyina timi ma akwala no otimi ye ne ho sa enti se ne ho so na afe no ye ne ho sa ne dress ne yi mama part ka asem bi kire me no me fie na me se ya and dress on short no se wo ma na hyehye we na so nyini na okosha na ode konama na afe wo be ka ho asem eto mitimu no ma ye careful enti niema ne bebre wo ho a moma ye ma ye ne nyedan enda ho me da ase
say sister Enra sister Ruth Erezi yeah mano force charge bi any some abuse bi teachers no be there or no so yeah I am fan him because for example me ba no mfimfin look at from primary till secondary school where you good in your positions sa afa ye wadru GCSE akola no here sound mind no omo the force charge bi to tone so obohu obekọ no etoda na okọ a omo si o enya no kora ntisa ye yefri no so but onya dia how atu akwala no so enti enra sister say Ruth erezi bibisa eno so mo advice here say bibisa to ye mano a e de na yenye
kakra metimi aka afa no because of experience ayenya working with families sibinom nea afa so nea me hu sin say with statutory say be a school ne you know say parents enkasa ne omo enkwa ne omo deal it doesn't always work but a voluntary organization external organization ebemo a etimi ma niema shift maboa family bisa ye come no it just brought a different change the dynamics and it's see and I saw almost setting up because someone who said oh okay another organization but obi edin an issue and you know sometimes you know voluntary organizations why I say we can tap into that's one of the things as a story what's that called your database to say yeah your name organization we anyway yeah your company yetimi boa and you know yeah kakra metimi I can say oh about if parents no money school ne can I say nko year external agency bemwa etimi boa near one of the things me ye say ye pushy for one-to-one emotional support Emma Aqualano we raise it with safeguarding designated safeguarding lead at school no Emma Omo arrange emotional support for Aqualano
yeah
time to time all my mom your man omo here counseling pa because the nkwala no kom no e man no kakra bi no omo de ti se bi omo timi ka kire awofo ubusa no bibia ya okay ubusa no bibia okay nso bibia nya okay just wanya message ana email no wakobusa no wa kire mu akire wo enti wo kire wo na wo be komu no bi kra na ntesa no ebi wo so omo emse omo ha omo ani enti kwala no utumu se enye no kore nso ase otiti chani nanim no
me pam chomenka kakra na me fantu weso sa a topic ya bai mi abi ato me pai ebi ato me pen ama me report ma sister koko a oba mu no now stop afikra de omu na epachew ama msafi edu adanya Ada also bekwa ku unity hu abeya oh Edward says but sister Koko ba mu no if you said nyina stop oh damasi
there ye hu ne say ye akwantufo ye bibifo ye kasa de ebinum aye ankofo hu wo TV so ebinum aye wa adwuma mu aha word no waka no nti ye de bekotwi sen nti se meme BBC wa adwuma mu na me ni broni eyiyi a obia de nani be ye dan ebesi me so because so munim say ye aggressive movies mu kra no do ye aggressive bia ya no muta de before na ye aha nti nyame ena ye yadom ena to said ye nyina ye ka no ye wo saa group yi wa ha ye nyina ye ba be hia se nyame emma baako Mama yen yusu ye ho. Said ye nua ba na eka no. Sister in a juma or no, or no, ye good power or counseling, nay, trauma, near them quala go through, sir. And quala go through, Miss Media, no. Media, no. And to be our nedia. Tidadi unso can be count. Tia, mamma yen to your man on so for. Mamma, my yen fire color in now. Obetimi anko baby a nanso no e wo so ye extra so ho baby a obetimi anko
na me kan say senia ya safu nyankopon si ya hirayen a your professionals be brave woman no there ifa ene elders no nyina modwene ho na canvas from time to time no omotumi organize forum bia nkwada no. In fact, the problems be a woman face school be a with me about number catch rain. Now, yet me a home why with me their poor one. You said, a man who is saying, I be or her said, problem when you be found quite, we do stage, but nothing now. I dream bonny about not dream. Our person committed suicide. Quite able her say, oh, yeah, and that's when you're more in favor be after no affairs in our dreams, or we didn't hope on it. So we come home. And also, I am why. If you have a dream, say, I'm afraid to be a Obi about dreams. Now, so we need with me, I could do anything. No, say, in your beside, I bet me a boy. Nothing yet me, Eddie, I edgema. Now, mammy or can't say, I say, she say, as a funeral, I say, a bomb pay be brave. If there be a bon somebody me afano so e de aye nia emfata because there can say yes for me be more ha ono ane bakura na okofa no we wodwen ho a say it doesn't make sense and so esi and you say nyina me ani da ho sinanti safeguarding no yes safeguarding for nko a say one of can say safeguarding is our business. Na who be a cost will be our any one. As so to me, eka. Because a brand new London now, a BC, sir. Obi bar, a cotton ice cream be a good camo. And marijuana. No, or the mount, not the mount. You could do stage be near a cost of some money. Emma, you're almost a unit free as I know. So, a idea, a hard. And so I say 20 years there. You know, will be a man and yada, will be a who say a cost will be a no. I'm one. You see whom may be a circle. Nearly a cock can want some. Yeah, because I say any part in 2 4. Maybe I am Kuni Adjuni. In time, a casa say, in Pempi, say a cousin, quadable ha. Walk around with a trolley, a torso, a bra, and you cray. A bit me see. Because me, I'm a final year already in university. Placement, last placement. Michelle Bisa. Black girl. What's my son enough for? So, Emma placement no almost suspended me. Some investigation. Uncle Sishi was a yellow crack. So, I said, no member before from my quiet placement, no, I be DBV. In the American, say, be brain no, I say, 20 years. Because we have with me chat also, I'm not going to ask him. That's
make it to us. Time enough. Oh, yo, Majo. Oh, Majo, na menim se maboso dada ba na ya adwenkyerɛ bi a ma pressure meka kakra. So be ya. One mom brand de yam of Raman, one yam bakasans when you be akasa. Menim se waka dadawa. So waka mamejeka. Onye den or your coach be a or the siabo tell says you only one yashri.
Woma yembo ye ho body ye ne kakra nkakra hyesi zobezin. No mbra ne dem of raman enye ne ye ho na boba ansa na wako baby. Okay. Sesi ya yenya ya ati do record ebi o ha ma ati bi baby an ente. Ya ne mo from me say ye po yempe. So when you tell wo mu for according to statistics wo ba kacha pre. Ewa. Ente say wo mu for wo ba kacha pre mu za. Na ejuma na so ta o di be na o na ko ne ba. Ana de mo nto. Obu tu me dey ande na o ye zinema. Ochina. Mo from me wo share on the phone. It's a woman, every and always what this will be. But from I wanted to answer them on that book. Or now, one maybe. That's what I told you. Question here in the bottle. 80 minutes is not easy. Say, me, family, what can be the actual one? I am Susuji General. Me, what me, but no son and Bramable. Because one of the problems are, Jerry and the day. But from any guy one day, I will yes. It has some of the can on the denity. Master Biara Makiara or Rinty. It's already a Zineba. But from any in that day, I want to wear them, wash it. It's a woman and boy and modern day. The bomber Pia day. The Yenny the Yenny Yanisika. Oh, the baby, I was share this wonderful. Oh, the baby I have to say because Sabio, Abiana. Because I don't say. Because Sabio some year accounting for no about in the accounting is man. Oh, Dimension, may I cast a chapter 1 month chance. And tell be an ambition accountants no about in the accounting. Never need swimming, never go in Suazi. And I want to ask you. Say you, mammy, or tell your doctor, some doctor. It's you, mammy, or a doctor. Obiana is a doctor. Enna akron nesu se yema fie ye fɛ ma fama eyi ma fama na wo mu faka kredi wo ha wo for school fie nko bɛ wo ba nesu wo nya wura fie na wo dani abronsa na wo for soro wo nsa ne fom entantina ye intentional about it se menyi me ya o de me bi system sa wo nyi me ya e bia na me ze be ye yi na ka wo ma yan shedara yan pirma yan ma fama won kafi instead of all easy the fama ni di the man wo nya what on cheribia why the defeatist system maybe na yan ma fama so complain dey be ho yan show word kakra enye bibinya de nye bibi abrochinti nye bibinya and what be bia na ne so so bebebe esu bi ho yan kan hye no one win yes because so ye the menu as na yes so organization or not for na and for brain ya yere
amen.
Oh, in American, I am not being, let me explain. No, I am not, please, in American or in Pantecasa, on your insha as in undue pressure. I am talking about boundaries. Yeah. And whether we want to accept it or not, those okay, Mamias are Indian Indian Yambua. I want to say some Americans in Mabua. Indian in the Bano Coffee to school when you run them. I dare you, or crack. Huh? In crack. But what you're mean for that? I am not trying to confuse our direction. I am trying to introduce an ideology of intention. The intention is that our kids here are looking for direction. And if we don't have the direction ourselves, we're going to lose them. We can give as many excuses as we want. If we continue to be consistent, our children will begin to look for us as the first point of call. And our direction will lead them to success.
Amen, amen, amen. Oh, Mr. Anthony, what kasama asamno wa urama kuman what me kumano do. Me can't be too heavy. So, in conclusion, no, na ya kano. I'm say parents, ye wo mo die no. I'm say ye wo Ghana no na the women ministry for taye adie bi na mani che ho pa. And na men ministry aye adie as adie we o se edisi asafo yi mu. Say kwa wo ho se ye saade na. Omutimi organize youth ni nyina mo se na ye kuhia wa ha sei. Ye kusua se de si ye aduane. Omukọ kyerɛ wo mo se de si dress. Unyiyi wo ho basabasa. Na ye de Bible quotations kyerɛ wo mo niema bi. Afeduru ba bi no. Na wo youth no level bi a omo nyina da so ti asori no omo dress kama. Men ministry niema bebree koso a empanyimfo wo mu no betimi akyerɛ free mofra saa empanyimfo no bi nso so ekɔ wo haw mu nti ye share ideas no etimi boa o minim barber shop ayeda bi wo haw betena haw mpɛ so obekɔ fie amane wo hu wo fie ayeda hwan no kana sema kyerɛ no yes because nkofo de wo mu de bro wontimi kɔ kaw de nkyerɛ sorry ba wonhwe ya wobewu ba sa ministry no ye tim ne ye tim ne yi a ehu ne sɛ ebe boaboa yen sabe obi be make suggestions said make say Mr. Anthony akasa ma na to makoma so yi say men ministry and na what make this a year e bia me kofi a de wo kan ye no ebe to makoma so ama changes bi wo ho no mo a e wo say me so me ko change me da wase.
Guys, please come forward.
May I have your attention, please? Hello, 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 hello. Thank you. The adults had a discussion and the young people also had a discussion. We've got Abba here to present on behalf of the young people, and then we'll let Livy also summarize. Because you've got the children here, if you can be. Yeah. But you summarize the adults as well.
Okay. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, so the first thing we talked about was creating safe spaces within church. So we talked about how a safe place isn't just a space, it's a person. So we talked about the different people who help.
Please, is anybody, adults, are we making notes? Okay, you carry on.
Okay, so we talked about the people that help to create safe spaces in church. So first we have youth leaders like Auntie Rita and Auntie Paulina, who we feel we can talk to because they're approachable and they're easy to talk to and we can trust them. And someone who we hear from other people that they've done good. So for example, if I hear from my friend that Auntie helped them, I feel I can trust Auntie because, yeah, my friend got help from her. So, yeah, they're relatable. We can relate to them. Also, friends. Friends help to create a safe space within church because they're people who may have helped us in the past, so we know we can trust them in the future. And we agreed that everybody needs a friend, and if you don't have a friend, you should find one and make it a point to make friends with everyone. Uncle Tony talked about how in the past they were told that we should tell someone that you want to be friends with them, whereas now we don't do that. So we shouldn't limit ourselves to having one friend. We should have a wide social circle so that we have lots of people that we can relate to when we need help. And if we're upset, having a safe space is important so that we don't lash out on people or things or use alcohol or drugs as a way to suppress our emotions. Instead, we should express our emotions and communicate them with people that we trust so that we don't end up hurting ourselves in the process. That was the first question. Okay, carry on. Okay. Linking in with safe spaces, we talked about services in church that we can look to for help. We pointed out that certain things, for example, sexual abuse, we shouldn't talk to people first, immediately tell the police because that's something that can hurt you in the long term. But things like people making you feel uncomfortable in church or someone crossing your boundaries or invading your personal space, you can talk to a trusted adult. Some of those people being the youth leaders we talked about first, so Auntie Rita and Auntie Paulina are people we can seek help from. And then support groups, the area that support groups should be in, we talked about faith-based school support. So, for example, when we had the education day, Uncle Sam talked to us. Yeah, he was experienced because he had children of his own who then graduated, and he could talk about the school curriculum and stuff. And we thought it would be helpful if we not only talk to us, but also parents, because some parents aren't fully aware of their children's education, like what year they're in or what subjects they're taking. So having an elder or someone who's experienced in that level to talk to the parents could help bridge the gap that we see with young people and parents, because it can not only help with understanding, but also means that moving on, more opportunities can be opened up. So Uncle gave the example of football. If you play football a lot every day, some parents might just think, oh, you just play football, you don't learn. Instead, if they know the subjects they're doing in school and maybe future career paths with football, they can know that, oh, my child can do that and school, so I'll take you to football practice on this day and that day. That's why it's important to bridge the gap. And then, yeah, for young people, while school can help with revision resources and like future steps and stuff, the church can give deeper advice and support that school can't. So praying over all the young people at the start of the school year, or Bible verses to look at when stressed about school or an exam. That's stuff that the church can provide and not the school. So yeah, that was all of it.
Okay. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, you can go. Wow. Let's give them a big clap. Wow, young people, you are so full of information. We will work with that. Thank you for, thinking about all these points. What stood out for me was sometimes some parents aren't aware of their children's, education, curriculum, and those things, and they're thinking of a support group that can help bridge the gap with some of the parents who are not aware. I think that's very important. Okay, we will work with that. Thank you very much, young people.
All right, so our topic was to discuss what the church can do to help the people who faced the barriers that was projected earlier. That's language, culture, finances, waiting lists, fear of judgment. Yeah, so at the end, I bet to me, I have for no more facing barriers, no. And from our discussion, what we realized was like the first thing that we need to do is to ensure that trust is a key thing. Trust and confidentiality. Inti se nipa no on trust one answer or can asem trail now obekwa control before fra. It means they won't come. So whatever barriers, you can't even help them in the first place, and then they will still be exactly. And then they will still be suffering. So that is one thing that we have to take note of. And so the things that we pointed out that could help such people was that I'm lumping all the points together, mean grouping under the various barriers. No. So in the case of language, say, English no to me express now you have to go to an institution where if you go, you can request for interpreters, or you can talk to someone in church so that when you go, the person can explain your situation to them so that they can help you. So when to me and they can't help you. Exactly. So it means you have to talk to other people to help you. If you don't want to talk to anyone about your problem, that is what the church leadership is there for. So you can discuss your issues with them and they will point you to the appropriate people to help you. And then also we realized that some people brought up points that support groups in the church to help with that, these things. So that is what the leadership is for, and that is what safeguarding is for. So if you face any issue, be it health, housing, finances, just walk straight to anything. Go to any of the leadership of the elders or the safeguarding committee members and talk to them. If they can't help you, they'll point you in the right direction. And then also we have to have discussions like these, because how to ask for help. These discussions would help. Into discussion on maybe financial issues, on education. We had a very lengthy discussion the last time about education where professionals were invited. See, all these things are avenues to help us know what we are supposed to know. So when we are faced with some of these problems, we can get through them. And then also, we have to also avail ourselves. I was saying you're making yourself available to help other people. So people can ask them, then what's the point? See, I was saying yes, you're making yourselves, you're so be our how. But I was saying try say, even your how nimpo, you bet so a becoswa boy in here. A braye boy obino. Then Uncle Ponson, I'm quite busy so a boy, my so yes, solving and own problems. And then one thing about the financial barrier is we have various, departments in the church, like the welfare departments that takes care of these financial issues. So if you are facing any issues like that, you can talk to the church leadership. They will point you in that direction. They have hardship funds and other things, and also to me, those in that facing that problems. No? And then when it comes to maybe emergency settings where Hienska or see the boy will be in that instance, no, yeah, we have to try and support. Now, a bit in your bois. So that was the first part of the discussion. The second part was Oh, okay, sorry. The second part was what we could do to help. We chose the survivors of the sexual abuse. What we could do to help those people. So those who have been through that kind of trauma, what the church can do to help those people. So we realized that mostly, sometimes parents are the first people to parents are the first people to hear some of these complaints. So if you are a parent and then your child comes to you and tells you about some of these things, don't just tell the child that, oh, you are a stubborn child. Why did you go to this place or this person to do this or that? Just calm the child down, reassure the child. If you can't do anything about it, there are professionals there who can help you. The church leadership is available to also talk to. So, but the first thing you should do is to try to help them. Don't let it end there. Okay, you have to follow up on their complaints with the church leadership or the professionals. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have social workers, a lot of social workers to help with that. So if you have no knowledge about it at all, you can discuss with these people and then they will help you with the next step. And then also with the church leadership, when the people come to tell you about such problems, and I say, so be cancer and if there's a need for it to be escalated up to the police or any other place, it should be escalated to those places. Because I know issues with